You gotta say it with your chest.
With black on.
Yeah, just like that.
This black coffee with a side of tea. You are here on February 13th. Good February, Saturday.
Yes.
7 days into the best day of the year.
The whole entire month.
Absolutely. No, year.
Okay, yeah.
All right. This is Latriva Deneen. How are you? And next to me, I got my girl, Miss Mimi. How you doing?
What's up? It's your girl, Miss Mimi, a.k.a. Mimi the Great. Hey, Latriva
Hey, girl, I got it right. I didn't call you by your government today.
Thank you so
Aren't you
much.
proud of me?
I am.
Awesome.
Even though when I heard it, I was like, who's that? Ooh, I think
That's
my
me.
name.
That's me. Hush up. And then we have our guest today, the one and only, the incomparable, Sir Reggie Jamz.
Good evening, good evening. I'm here. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever
And
you
the
are.
crowd goes wild.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So excited, so much energy in the
Yes.
room today. I am so pumped for this show.
Come on with me.
You know, I like a good takeover.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But
Always.
Reggie took over.
Yeah. I was listening.
Yes. So,
I synced.
of course, you know, we're good black people, so we were raised with manners. So the first thing you want to know when you come across folks is how you doing. My mama used to say, I wake up with you this morning.
That's right. Your
I
shoes
didn't
went
wake
on my under
You
my
went in
bed.
my bed.
Well,
So how y'all
some
doing?
children. But anyway, so
How y'all
let's go with the guest first. How
I
you
agree.
doing?
I'm doing well. I'm enjoying this banner that's going on. You young lady, because I didn't know your mom was so lady because you know, and I know you ain't nobody
Just
sleep.
like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And I love how black women y'all start a sentence and they don't finish.
And you
I know nobody in the bed.
and you like,
You heard.
Let me get up.
Let me
Yeah,
get
you heard what I
Cause
And
she
you
ain't
better not move slow.
Huh.
at all. You better be done before I'm done with this word.
We love you, Mom. That's what we said. I love you, Mom.
Just saying.
How's your week, Reggie?
It's been beautiful. It's been a well-productive week. Had a great show last night at my
Awesome.
downtown. I'm just enjoying this coldness.
Awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a Texas rare.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a winter blast across all America.
The whole world.
11 states.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
I haven't seen it go this far south before.
Well, and then this thick.
Yes,
Because
for sure.
it was ice.
It's
in
what?
this
What is
thick.
it?
This thick. Oh, it's ice.
Yes.
Well, they said 89. They said 89. It got down to 7 degrees, so we ain't too far removed.
What?
Irvington got, I think it was supposed to be 1 today.
Oh
One.
my
Irving.
And this isn't even the worst. It's supposed to get worse. What is it? Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Monday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. Well, Monday I'll be at home, but Sunday night I'll be at the local seat before the
Okay.
storm comes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You see how
Boy, you better get your butt.
See,
I'm
just ready.
I mean, you know, that's what the mic
So
is.
let's stay focused. We're gonna get to that.
Focus.
How was your week, Miss?
That was good.
Okay, you look
Good. I had to
good.
take a break. I had to take a break from work.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, I took a break, so I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying this cold weather. I got enough sweaters,
Hey.
players, and about to go to the grown folks store so I can be ready for Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that because ready don't just mean grocery ready.
I'm just
No.
saying.
It don't just mean get your rapid pipes ready.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to make some visits to some
Yeah,
folks, turn
yeah.
some corners,
Yeah.
get some things.
Get some things.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going.
We
with the
know
truth.
about being ready.
Yeah.
We know about
You gotta be
being
ready
ready.
in season and all this.
We are so ready is the word. That's the word.
Hey, call you church folk if you don't know how to shout, just spell Eddie real fast. Spell Eddie real fast.
C-O-L-L-E-G.
Yeah.
College, baby.
Got it.
Untie my bow tie.
Undo. He come and stepping on my side.
He coming on a Honda,
He
baby.
stepped on my side. Beat. Who got the kids? Whatever you want to do.
All of it work. Just say it real fast. So my week has been like this.
Yeah.
My week has been
Well,
awesome.
thank you.
Just kind of getting ready for I was about to say spring break. I'm getting all
I mean, you know, ain't nothing
getting
wrong
ready
with
for
prior planning.
Valentine's
yeah.
Oh
Day.
yeah, Valentine's.
And so I'm grateful that my wife is so generous and just patient because it's been crazy.
Yes.
It's been nuts just trying to make sure you're getting all the pieces and doing all the things and paying all the bills, and then you got something else. But she has it rough because, right, we had anniversary in January. February, this thing tomorrow.
This thing
And then my birthday is next week. So she got triple.
You got a double hit.
Yeah.
Triple.
So we
Triple
got
hit.
to, yeah. So it's been
Because
fun.
this one here, and it's funny to see because you know we're just coming back into each other. So I know you as being very, articulate or meticulous with what's going on, keeping up with stuff. And so to hear you be like, shit, my wife is like, I'm good.
You good? We good? That's it. Our clothes clean. That's
exactly.
That's so, but it's been an amazing week. I'm so glad. I actually enjoy the cold weather too. I like it when it's like not rainy or whatever. So it's been nice. Just kind of have a little bite in the air and then get on in the house real quick. But it also helped me. I mean, no, it's good because it's gonna be here for at least a week or two. Like I said. But I've been in a spirit of gratitude because there are so many people who can't step into that water when they want to. Right. True. And so just really been grateful, but spending a lot of time just kind of sending positive energy and trying to make sure that not even make sure because I can't do a whole lot right now, but just sending good energy to those folks who are both needing to be warm and those folks who are trying to support the folks who want to get warm. So just making sure that, folks have what they need because it's not easy at times like this when there are quick changes. So but we're going to come back with the rest of our show after a couple of commercials here. I don't know where I'm going, but we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Black people, I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday.
From the Stunner page.
Stand by, please leave.
Today and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
And we are back. It's Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. You have here our guest today, Mr. Reggie Jamz. We're going to get straight to the business.
Come on with it.
So I have never had an opportunity to have a guest where we had their music and could actually talk about the music as part of the conversation. So I'm super excited. So Lisa shared your songs with us, All Night, and what is the other one that's most current?
The most current one is All Night.
All Night.
And then today
Too Late.
we'll be playing Too Late. Which is my debut single.
Okay.
And then we're playing Shiny and New today.
Shiny and New.
For Lovers. The Lovers Weekend, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I haven't heard that one, so that's the one I'm ready.
Yeah, it's
okay. So how long have you been in the music industry?
I've been in the music industry since I was 17.
17.
So like since 06, 07.
Did you start singing? Did you start with writing? What was your entree into the industry?
Well, we all started off writing songs in high school and middle school, writing songs, and then I grew up and was getting into the open mics and was doing talent shows and stuff like that. Talent shows were real big. I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
And so Seven, a poet named Seven.
Yeah, Mr. PB was Seven.
Yeah.
He was the only person.
Say his other name.
He was the only he was the only person that gave me an opportunity to perform.
Wow, nice.
And at the Shadow Bar from there.
Yes, Shadow Bar.
And I used to have to get there on time, and my songs were poems, and I would sing them. And,
nice.
That was my first thing.
And how old were you at that point?
I was 17.
What was your first experience, if you remember? What was that? What did it feel like to get up on that stage like that?
It was different. Like it was grown. It was different than being in college. It was different than being in high school or talent show. It was grown folks. It was performing in a grown folks environment, and so I had to learn how to adapt to that. So it was fun. Like it was looking back in hindsight, retrospect, it was fun. at the time it was difficult because I'm trying to perform
right.
what singers are.
Right.
I didn't understand the politics and stuff of it, and I didn't understand like, oh, it's politics, and then I thought it was a challenge. Exactly. Because a lot of times it wasn't about how good you were; it's about, well, I know my cousin.
Yep. How connected you are. That's right. And how talented your connection is.
Yeah. My
whole mentality at that time was, I'm going to sing so good, and I just sing and perform so good that even they people gonna like me. You know, because I'm not able at this time to fill up a room with my people.
Right.
So it's like, this your people, so they gonna come for me.
Yeah. That's a strategy. That's a strategy.
And that's the best one to go in with. So did it ever cross your mind that this is too much?
No, because there's a sense of absolute failure. You're gonna have it's indefinite that you're gonna have failure because that's a part of
life.
Success.
Yes.
But success is a personal thing, almost like beauty.
Okay.
The last time I seen something beautiful, I don't know when, because of a case by case scenario. Because you're beautiful, but then I've seen beautiful sunsets, beautiful flowers, different situations. So that's how this game is. It's all about how you approach it.
Right. So when you had that experience, were you still in high school or you were freshly in college?
I was still in high school, and then I was a freshman at PV.
Yeah.
And at PV, I used to go on PV. I used to tear up the building 47. I was in my and I was all up in them things because I love the older one.
Watch out!
I love the old days. And I was at
you know you live in college.
I was all up in the face. I had me keys to the apartment. I was in phase 3 too, the big house. The big house. I said, oh girl, you got you a garage, a driver. And y'all already know how they go at people. Once you get up in the MSC, when I first smelled the cafeteria, I said, it's like Ruby's up in here. With seeds in the
I know, right?
That's good.
You get to see all of the blackness, you know, in the different cultures. You know, my Spanish brothers was up there, Mexican brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends of all different walks of life. I got gay friends, lesbian friends, black friends. You know, that's awesome to be able to say you got friends like that. Different types of people. You know, that do different type of things, different types of interests, and that keeps you fresh.
Absolutely.
Because if you stay closed-minded, you stay with the status quo, and the status quo is constantly changing.
So when I listened to your music, I was brought into the I was taken back to a certain era, to a certain time.
What you know about that?
And so I was talking to my wife, and so I said, he kind of reminds me of giving me R. Kelly right now. She was like, don't say that, it's gonna send things. And I was like, I was like, but that's real. And so when we listened to the second one, I was like, okay, but I'm feeling also a little bit of Jodeci. I'm feeling a little bit of Jagged Edge. I'm feeling a little bit of an era. How were you able to create such a sound that would make me be in a moment? Like it just would take, even though this was new music, I felt like I was still back in the 90s and enjoying that same kind of groove and having that same kind of energy. How were you able to just kind of package that and bring that back and make it fresh?
When I was growing up, I used to watch movies, I was the last generation, y'all remember, where we didn't have nothing to do.
Well, no chores.
And so in movies, a lot of times, like certain movie, like a movie like Ghost, and it'd be that love scene when they in there putting their hands on it, and then you hear, I don't know if it was Jackie Wilson or if it's Benny King or I forgot who it is, King Solomon. I don't know who's singing it, but it's someone to it. And those moments, it's just like, what? You know, as a kid, it's like the music is what's really drawing me. Like a Martin Scorsese film. It's like when he plays like Motown music. It's like, man, it's like those certain songs just got them vibes. I grew up with that. And then my grandparents raised me. So from a baby to about 11 years old, my grandparents raised me, and then my dad kind of took over from there. And when I got around him, so my grandparents is straight. My papa from Haiti. My grandmother is a black woman from the original class of Worthing High School, from Sunnyside, Texas. The original Sunnyside when it was segregated.
Wow.
So all I really heard was quartet music, soul music, and island music, like straight the black exotico, the real before Bojack and all that stuff. When I got with my dad, it was more. All he was R. Kelly, DMX, hip hop, and I'm talking about every R. Kelly thing. I never even was introduced until I was around my daddy, and my daddy, he was bald headed like athlete. So I just kind of was infatuated with, because my favorite artist was always the masculine guys. The David Ruffins, James Brown, Michael Jackson, because even though Michael Jackson has the offstage demeanor, like on stage he is even Prince is but not so. Michael Jackson was like he let you know what he about. So it was like, and if you knew, that's why real Michael Jackson fans knew what was up, because like we know that we know. Right. So it's just like that's just what R. Kelly numero uno. And I'm not gonna throw him away, because we gotta throw everybody away. And like I said on Lisa's show, like he has to be accountable for the things that he did, but I still wrote Backyard Party. Got you. And I'm not going to be ashamed of that. And we had a great relationship. He's still my friend, and one of the greatest singers of all time, if not arguably the greatest singer, because doing my research, nobody can be as much. They're not just singing, it's about melodics. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's about touching somebody right here and then making it go all the way down here. Okay. I know that sounds subjective, but that's the point. That's that's really what it's supposed to do. That's really what because it's coming from us from down here up out of here. So it's got to go opposite. It's got to make you feel it all over.
Okay, for that to connect.
Exactly.
I understand.
You got to bathe in it.
You got to bathe in it.
Lotion,
yes, brine.
So, what do you think makes you stand out as different from the sounds that we're hearing from artists now?
Even though I'm similar to like people you may be familiar with, because human behavior is learned behavior. So obviously I grew up around these things. But what makes me different, especially nowadays, is that there's no masculinity. Okay. And without it being toxic, and they have sort of ways of presenting this toxic masculinity, but I'm just a masculine person who's not toxic. Right. Okay.
When you say toxic, what define that for the people? Because we understand, but what
I don't use my gifts to like prey on people. Okay. Or like just because I'm Reggie Jamz or a singer, like I'm supposed to. No, I just expect you to respond. Or you going to, submit to me. Right. I don't come in that with that mentality, even though I could. I don't have that. Right. That's not a point. I just like performing and making people happy and making myself happy, because a lot of times as a performer, I could be down, but making you happy brings me up. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. It sounds corny, but it's almost like somebody who's in HR. And that's somebody who does or who's a nurse. Right. It might sound I just like taking care of people. It sounds corny, but it's true.
But that's true, and that's how we are meant to be people. Like that's how we connect. Yeah. Absolutely.
It really is. And I in the beginning for me, when I wanted to kind of change what was going on in my life, that was the thing. It was, instead of being stuck in your feelings, go and let somebody lean on you, or go and give a smile, even when you don't feel like it. Go in, give a good word. And at first, somebody was telling me, and I was like, right? That sounds corny. I ain't doing that until I did it, and the feeling that I received from watching their face change from
or their response.
Their response was everything. So that's a good thing.
So what are you said you were at Amelie last night? Amahali.
That's how you say that word.
Yeah. It looks like Amali, but
it does.
It
ain't. It was a couple of things.
And so what is Amahali? Was that just a one-time event? Is this
No, I do that. It's a bi-weekly event.
Oh, nice.
Okay. It's a super nice place. Glass Castle venue, black owned.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Let me say that again. I want to reemphasize it.
Like you
in downtown.
I was just about to ask where.
With a pool where they shoot the show, Ready to Love, and also Reggie Jamz performs here.
Let's go.
DJ Twerksome is my DJ.
Okay.
She's awesome. You'll love DJ Twerksome.
Okay.
She's
Definitely gonna be.
she's awesome.
I know. We have to go through.
The most beautiful venue in Houston.
Okay.
I've driven by. In fact, that was
The most, by far, the most. It looks like the movie The Secret Garden.
Never heard of it. Okay, definitely.
It's nice.
I'm a Holly.
Black owned.
And you said every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every 2 weeks, and we're working something out. It might be every week.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll see.
So for the people in the back, when's your next date?
Exactly.
For the people in the back.
My next date, right, technically is the week, not this week, but next week. But I might be there this week. So
Okay.
I mean, the way things went last night.
Sure.
Hey, God is showing favor.
That's right.
Peace and favor.
Rest.
Amen. This
Rest
is the
on
year for it.
On us.
Yes.
This is the year
Yes.
for it.
Yes.
So I hope everybody's in
I'm tired of
position.
2020. I told my doctor if I could get 2020, I don't even want that.
That's the
Give me
rule.
2021.
So we're going to let the people find out how to reach you. You're going to be with us for the rest of the show. So we're going to move a little forward. We're going to come back and listen to some of your music. But let the folks know how they can find out more about it.
Tell Alexa, play Reggie Jamz.
And then she's like, on it.
I am playing Reggie Jamz.
Tell Google, play Reggie Jamz. Nah, but you know what? Spotify, Apple Music, every platform. Reggie Jamz, of course. Why would I spell with an S? There you go.
And there you have it.
And so you can check out Reggie Jamz. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tax season is upon us, and it can be very stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Contact Unlimited Taxes and More, the PRESA edition, for a unique filing experience because every taxpayer is different. You can receive the maximum refund legally due to you, accurate and transparent tax returns, reasonable fees, cash advance, instant approval, 24-hour e-filing, and much more. And to ensure your health and safety, they offer mobile tax services. That's right, they come to you to do your taxes. So don't settle for less this tax season when you can get 24-hour tax support and audit protection from the IRS. Let Erica the PRESA and her certified tax team service you today. Get PRESAtized at www.unlimitedtaxes.com. Select the PRESA edition and don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Well, yeah, it's not. Well, we were trying to be politically watch how we stand. People so crazy.
Say it like you know. We are back with the Black Coffee with the Side of Teach Girl, Miss Mimi, and we still are here with our guest Reggie Jamz for the takeover.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, don't stop there. Come on, get
Hey, y'all got to charge me for the record.
Yes,
Okay.
What she say?
3 easy payments of $39. No COD.
It's the $9.95.
Yes.
Yeah. I got it in $9.95.
Yes. Would that be free shipping?
Yeah, but see, if I do the straight 10, they gonna take a little off it.
True. Right up under.
I gotta learn their tricks.
There you go. That's how you keep your money.
Listen, I'm just.
I read this book called The White Book. It told me everything I need to know.
Oh,
Everything I need. Hey, Google it.
I will check
It's
it
called
out.
The White Book. It's only 2 copies left.
That part. And in other news, we got Cory Booker is the second Black person to be appointed to the Agriculture Committee. Senator Booker has been on the front line spearheading legislation, including supporting Black farmers and putting a stop to the corporation and monopolization of agriculture. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Senator Raphael Warnock was also recently appointed to the committee, making it the first time that 2 Black people were served simultaneously on the panel. Listen, if I ain't telling y'all, if y'all ain't noticed, this is definitely the year of the take back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
And I'm excited.
I'm excited that he is on this committee with the level of passion that he has around the topic. Mm-hmm. And I think him having been the mayor of Newark gives him a perspective around, especially when he lived in the neighborhood, gives him a particular perspective around the impact that food insecurity has on Black and brown neighborhoods, low poverty neighborhoods, and recognizing that if you take it all the way back to the agriculture and the impact that the industry is having on Black farmers, the fact that like millions of Black farmers have lost their land because people are holding up their money or not giving them subsidies or cutting them down. I think Queen Sugar has been doing an awesome job kind of telling that story in a narrative way that makes it real and palatable for folks. And so I'm so excited to see that he's someone who is passionate, vocal, knowledgeable, who cares, who has a vested interest in this topic and seeing, you know, the through line between poverty and homelessness and crime, like food, he recognizes that. And I love that he's there. I love that the freshman Senator Raphael Warnock is there with the Georgia connection and all the agriculture that Georgia has going on. I'm just super excited about having these two brothers on this committee. And I'm hoping to see legislation that will help people in the long run.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
I just, you know, I hope that they can actually, like you said, make the legislation. Great symbolic moves, administrative moves. I just hope that it can turn into something because this stuff is systematic.
Absolutely.
From Theodore Roosevelt's GI Bill that went out to the white GIs and less than 100. Black soldiers got that bill that was able to get them houses. That was able, so a lot we got. It's not take back. It's just take. Give us something.
Return. Give
We
us a
don't
return on
want
our
no
investment.
mediocre stuff.
No mediocre.
You know, because we've deposited a lot into this thing called American history. So,
and what I loved about it is that we actually got an opportunity to see who they really were.
absolutely.
And all the things they said we would do, we've never done.
Never.
Because first off, like I told somebody, we ain't gonna tear down the something we built. See, you gonna take care of something. See, our ancestors built that stuff. So they doing renovations nowadays, but we built the foundation of those places.
Right.
And so we're not gonna tear that up.
And that's not even our goal. Like our goal is not destruction. We just want equity. We want to be able to live. We want to be able to survive and for our children. Like we're not trying to break up nothing. And because of the level of destruction they have caused, that's why they're seated in that place of fear. That's why they're so terrified that we're gonna burn it down and tear it all up because of how they've treated folks.
Well,
but it's fine. Absolutely.
The scariest part about it is that it seems almost as if because you can't even say, like when I was growing up, you could say Republican, conservative. Like we actually it's almost like we finally gets good and evil. It ain't like right or left. It's like right or wrong.
And that's how, and I feel like it's gotten that exposed because we have turned a blind eye to it all along. And we've allowed it to pacify us and lull us into a place of complacency.
But I wouldn't say
that's the only way
we ain't had no stake in nothing. So we wasn't running nothing and tearing nothing. But what I like is that now that we are, like you said, which is powerful, we are in seats of power.
Right.
What I liked about after that insurrection, which it was, is that all these, our chief of police, you know, Spanish men, Black people in power, we standing up and defining what America really is. And that was really powerful. So it should be changed.
That's good. And so one piece that I saw earlier this week was that Google is providing 100,000 Black women with career digital skills training. This is huge because one of the areas where Black women continue to struggle to find equity is in the space of digital, of STEM, technology, mathematics, engineering, that area, excuse me. And so if Google is going to, it says it's a part of an initiative that's part of a $15 million commitment to help Black job seekers grow their digital skills. The tech giant on Friday announced an initiative to provide 100,000 Black women with career development by spring 2022. That's around the corner. So the fact that they are going to they have put so much money, they're putting so many resources behind getting women the skills. We can get businesses, we can help with education, we can help promote things in our communities that need equity around digital. Like there's so much power for this with Black women, and we know that in terms of education, Black women are constantly moving and shaking. So I think putting this kind of putting Black people, Black women, 100,000 Black people, 100,000 Black women in this field is going to make a huge difference.
I mean, black women are so underrated.
Absolutely.
I mean, y'all send us to the moon.
Facts.
I mean, y'all are the reason why computers even have a word is because of women, black women, in fact, which is. Man, come on, man.
So it's always good. Like this is how that systemic and systematic racism and all of those things are going to get addressed, not just from the legislative governmental side, because we see that that's not always represented for us, but when there are businesses and corporations who are willing to stand in the gap and fill in those
opportunities.
Absolutely. And especially when it's specific, they're like, they have the ability to say, we're going to do this in this place to change.
And we're going to do it for this people, not so we're doing it for black women, not, but see, Becky, you can't come over here.
Right.
I want us to finally get to a point where we don't have to be defined like that, because as much pride as we have, and we need that, it's some people that are either like racist, and then you got people that like follow the rule. You know, like if you drop your kids off, and hey, you gotta stay in the yellow line, the blue line, that kind of person. So they're just gonna be that anyway, whether you black or white. I just want us to get where we don't have to have special rules and special subsidies and stuff for us. We can just go in and get it done
and let it be.
And that's and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say for me that is a long time coming. Because the insurrection tells you that. The fact that every time we turn around, we just got a new. What was the first black woman to be over a Fortune 500 company? Walgreens. Like there are still a lot of places that we have yet to have access to. So we're always going to be in a situation where, because that's how they set it up, that black is worse, white is best. And there's constantly this, I got to prove to you that I'm good enough because you're constantly trying to tell me that because of my skin, I'm not. So the way they've set the system up, unfortunately, I don't know that that's going to ever happen.
You might be right. That's why they love their Constitution.
Absolutely. Because they're able to hide behind it. And
all the people.
Yeah.
You know, their Constitution in the first paragraph, it still talks about us being 3/5.
It's on me in there.
No, not yet. See how casual that is, though? That's still in the Constitution.
It's going to be there forever because it was written in. And that's why amendments have to change it, because they can't just go back and erase it. That's what it was. So the amendments are the things that modify or change it and make it different. But I feel you, the fact that it's there because it was there.
That's why they love, because, you know, back when we was growing up, the Bible, they don't talk about no Bible no more. You heard nothing about no
Founding fathers. Absolutely, because we see where their hearts were.
Yeah. And the insurrection let you know that it's still, if they really found. But anyway,
the framers
of the Constitution.
Yes,
that's
framers.
What it was.
And so, do you think that us actually, and I'm trying to form this right, because I have people who are have sought out talking about us being Moors and indigenous people. So do you think or feel like or believe that being actually acquiring the Moorish rights would allow us to not have to deal with the Constitution and those things and those rules that are set forth?
That's a great question. First off, from my research of a Moor was a term that's no different than the term that they call us in America back in the era. That's just a term of endearment that those people took the term on, just like a lot of black people took on the N-word. So the Moor was no different of a term. When a lot of the Moors that came here in the early America, they were indentured servants. They were servants of other people who came to serve, but they were free, whatever that meant. But colorism is still a part of the identity fabric of this country. Whether Benjamin Banneker built Washington, D.C., who cares? Because at the end of the day, the Masonic, all of that stuff was taught to them by somebody which was not them, which was black people, who laid out even the structure to this day. A black man, the structure of Washington, D.C. is made by Benjamin Banneker. But it doesn't mean anything, because what they'll do is the same way a black woman took time to make the maxi pad, they'll wait you out 20 years till their law says
it's not,
because that's how they think. And guess what? They'll come out with
something different. No,
not something different. their law says that the patent is
it'll
up
be the
after 20
same,
years.
right? And
So I
they'll
can
take
just
it, yeah. And now I can create that.
Or they're so shrewd.
Yes.
That's why I told you the white book is only 2 copies left, and I read it because they're so shrewd. They'll make up words. They'll say, "Well, we need your house. Well, this is my land. I bought the land. Well, we have
indemnity,
eminent
domain. That's right.
Like they'll come up.
Right.
That's not even a term,
right?
But you see, they come up with these things, and so that's the fabric of this country. Why the white man got the GI Bill from the president that black people love, Theodore Roosevelt. How it took a more conservative president who we thought, Lyndon B. Johnson, to get us rights, and not the one that black people love, JFK. So I think that we have a lot of can do. But unlike our predecessors who came in the Reconstruction era, when black people was on the rise, building black towns and black excellence, they came in and took that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
You know, well, they say, well, why didn't we fight back? Well, black people only allowed to have one-shot rifles.
Right.
They had machine guns and they had the tools. They owned the
helicopters
industry.
and bombs.
Exactly. So yes, we fought back like in Rosewood, but their advances make it harder. So as a black person in America, I would just charge us to do what we're doing right now and continue, and all the people of color, all the people, because this is the experiment. And we have to shake the experiment. Sometimes you have to redo your hypothesis.
That's right. Come up with the Absolutely. That's right. So this has been your Black History Moment on Black Heart on Tea. We'll be right back after this message.
Hey,
good. And style.
That's really good.
What you say? And a band played on forever like yeah, 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 baby, it's yours. Let's go. I need the light to tell me, nigga. See all that I got. See all that I got.
We are going to listen to his latest single, Shiny and New. Can you tell us the inspiration for this team?
Shiny and New, I just wanted to do a record for the grown folks. I always want to do a grown man record, you know, with a new school with an old school vibe.
Okay, okay.
Nice.
And one more time, how can people find you?
You can find me on ReggieJamz.com. You can book me through Southstar Music Group. They can hold me down, my management team.
Awesome.
Music group, and you can find me Alexa Reggie Jamz. Find me at Google Reggie Jamz.
Almost every Friday at
Amahali. And at the local seat on Sunday.
Awesome. And so let us know how you love the show on Facebook. We're going to wrap this up so that you can listen to Shiny and New by Reggie Jamz. Have a beautiful week, stunners. You got this. What you say? And a band played on forever like yeah, 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 yeah.
Baby, it's yours. Let's go. I need the ladies to tell me, nigga, see all that I got, see all that I got. I wanna be good, see your face. Can't be crazy, but I think I'm from another night. And you never felt warm on a house all night. He hit you with it. Goddamn, baby. Goddamn, you get it crazy. Little tears, feeling crazy. Oh,
Okay, sure. And I would love to make sure that, you know, not even first. Thank you so much. Here, we're ready to take pictures. Wrap this up.
You stay up.
We're going to take some more pictures, but
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The jam right here. No better John Legend in there? Yeah. John Legend in there? Okay.
It's back here.
I'm gonna get
You know, to zoom in.
just playing this commercial.
How does it a month? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you tried J&C Brown's gourmet products? Try his spicy and flavorful hot sauces, like the sweet and juicy peach and pepper, or maybe the cured jerky cayenne. If that doesn't do it for you, try his Nita Mix garlic flavor, or go for the hot damn habanero. And if that's not hot enough, try that dynamite hotter than a mofo. Order hotter than a mofo products at www.hotterthanamofo.com.
But that's why I said here, like,
Midtown Alabama, any scenario, when a king needs another king. The king of the household will sit at home on his throne, kicking it, mind his own business, when he gets a phone call, but it's no process. Why? Because you walk in the Pontiac club for passing with the trees. Police pulled up and pulled him out the car and found they stashed a pot. But Pops don't panic, he called him. We've been through this plenty of time. And he said, pull out a pen and pay it. I'm going to give you a number that's priceless when your pretty little princess go fade. 713-755-2663. The king of bonds, Al Rucker, Midtown, 204 Austin Street, or 27 Midtown Bell. Now go for it.
the way you call it, that's everything. You just gotta keep it. See?
That's what I'm saying.
Specializes in women's care and wellness products like soaps, detox creams, and home management
news. We're all about having more entertainment. We don't need no citrus bugs to maintain the proper pH balance or decrease the amount of vaginal infections and odors. We need to escape away to the vaginal steam that's safe and gentle. This kind of love
Alright. Oh, let me get you. Me too. I didn't do so much footage that I'm gonna have to download.
Oh.
I feel like I said the view today. I do.
All right, now.
Man, and sometimes I'm the only man in here, bro. I love you.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, okay, I'll see you with your face. Get your face over here.
Kill him! Kill him! Oh, yes! Yes!
Oh,
you gotta upload that one right there. Yeah.
don't sit in the middle.
On all your handles, Twitter, IG.
Yeah, you sit in the middle.
No, I said don't sit in the middle.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, here we go. Give me another one. This is what we do. Boss life. Nice.
Good job.
You have to come back.
Please.
Please, thank you.
Please, for sure.
Honestly, it was such a pleasure.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Love it. Thank you.
Yes, love you, man. We didn't get to come to school. We came in.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Y'all too. Be safe. Yes.
We'll be tuned in.